اسلام قلب آسیا جاودان بادا خاک آریا زادگاه قهرمانان جهان سنگر غیور مردان خدا الله اکبر الله اکبر.
I am Prince Abdul Ali Siraj. I was born in Kabul, Afghanistan in 1947. I belong to a family that ruled Afghanistan for almost 300 years. My uncle left Afghanistan because he did not want an Afghan blood to be shed on his behalf. He thought that no throne was important enough for him to have Afghans killing each other. At the same time, we did not want, to go back and say, well, now that my uncle has walked away, I'm here, look at me, I want to take over the position. But we're waiting to see what the people's response was going to be. The turning point in why I got fully involved in Afghanistan's political affairs came at a time when people started coming to my door and saying that you are a member of Amanullah's family, you are the only family that we respect, you are the only family whose hands are not diluted in the blood of your people, you are the only family who has not stolen from the people. Therefore, we want you to take your responsible position and come and help unite us. That is when I decided, yes, it is time now for me to come out into the arena and to announce my intentions. At the behest of the tribal elders, I set up an organization called the National Coalition for Dialogue with the Tribes of Afghanistan. The reason I set up this coalition is because Afghanistan is a tribal nation, was a tribal nation, and will be a tribal nation in the foreseeable future. Afghanistan cannot succeed. No program in Afghanistan can succeed without tribal involvement, without tribal assistance. With NATO coming into Afghanistan with 40-some odd thousand forces, the question that the people are asking is, what is NATO here for? Are they here to help us? Are they here to hurt us? If they are here to help us, then help redevelop and rebuild the country. If there's an enemy out there, let us fight the enemy. We have fought our enemies in the past and we'll fight them in the future. When the NATO general, especially General Richard, asked me to write a report for him concerning Afghanistan, I wrote a report called Afghanistan Through the Eyes of an Afghan. And one of the statements there, which is very important, is that I said, unless you understand the Afghan psyche, you cannot do anything in Afghanistan that will succeed. Afghanistan means land of the Afghans, but Afghans are made up of many different tribes. To understand the tribes, you must live in the country, you must live their lives, you must live their culture, you must live their system before you can do anything, before you understand what you're doing is going to succeed. Afghanistan was destroyed, the infrastructure of Afghanistan was totally destroyed over the last 30 years. If I were to ask, and I've asked this of my countrymen time and time again, that if I ask you to take off, to keep on your body what is made in Afghanistan and to take off what is not made in Afghanistan, what would you have? They said, we'll be sitting naked in front of you. Because everything that that person has on his body is made outside. 30 years ago, we produced a lot of our daily needs ourselves. Not only we produced our own food, and we produced enough food to be able to export this food outside of Afghanistan. We produce our own textile. We exported our textile to Germany. We produce our own leather. We produce our own tires. We produce our own juices. We had the best Coca-Cola because the water was great. Today we have Coca-Cola again. But we did all of these things. Today, unfortunately, we don't have that. Why? To do those, you need individuals with the mind and with the commitment to develop a country economically. Unfortunately, in Afghanistan, Majority of the people in the government are only interested in enriching themselves. You cannot save Afghanistan in this way. The only way you're going to save Afghanistan is to bring the people back together so they regain their self-respect. They regain their importance within their community. They regain their importance and their existence within the world community. What is in the future for Afghanistan? We have right now a system which is drastically failing under Mr. Karzai's administration. Mr. Karzai is being supported by the West. Afghanistan is the only country in the world, and for the first time in the world's history, that 14 nations have converged on one nation to help save it. And yet we are seeing Afghanistan in worse problems today than 4 years ago. This is a question that we, inside the Nasr Afghanistan, must ask why. Billions of dollars have come to Afghanistan and they have disappeared like the Colorado River that starts big but never makes it to the ocean because everybody starts siphoning from its side. This is the same thing that happens with Afghanistan's funds that comes in. Everybody starts siphoning it, it never gets to the people. Whose fault is it? In my opinion, it is the fault of the donor nations who throw money at Afghanistan thinking that by throwing money at Afghanistan is going to solve the problems. And it's fault of the government of Afghanistan who takes the money without giving the benefits to the people of Afghanistan. So initially I had some money of my own. So I took this money and some other money and my own money and I went to Afghanistan. I started building houses. I built about 350 homes for the very poor in different parts of Afghanistan, in different ethnic, in different provinces, different ethnic groups, so that the one would not feel that I'm doing more favor to one and not to the other. This gave me a sense of recognition, oh, there's somebody, because my family, especially King Amanullah, is the most revered king in the history of Afghanistan. When the people of Afghanistan heard that there was a member of Amanullah's family in Afghanistan, they could not believe it. They thought all of us were dead. I've always been of the belief that leaders are born, they're not made. You cannot have a leader to learn leadership on the job training, because by the time he learns something, the country is already destroyed, especially in my part of the world. From as long as I can remember, when I was knee-high, I always had this desire to help my people. Money never ever meant anything to me. I mean, money was something that could help others. It was not there for me to accumulate. And I remember, God bless my mother, one day she said, you have a lot of businesses, you're making a lot of money. Why aren't you saving any? I said, what am I going to do if I save it? I said, put it under my mattress and let it, build it up. I said, if I build up this money under my mattress and my mattress is way up there, tomorrow if a wind comes and takes this away from underneath my mattress, if I fall from there down, it's going to hurt me a great deal. I said, I'm keeping a little amount under my mattress. I'm helping others. So tomorrow if it's not there, I'm still the same person. Abdul Ali Siraj, me. I am the first person from my family after 76 years to step back into the ring, to pick up the mantle that my uncle laid down. Not because I want to put myself or my family back in power, but because I want to save Afghanistan. And I know that the people have told me this, and I'm convinced of this, that the only family that can save Afghanistan from total disaster is my family.
Allahu Akbar. Allah